Energy bills at the Plant Cafe in Derby were rising through the roof. Add higher food inflation costs and lower customer numbers as people cut back, and the maths just didn't work. Dave is closing the business down next month. Today's government announcement came too late.
It was an email that we got from our energy company to tell us how much the rates would be going up that sort of made me make the decision, because I felt like I didn't have time to wait for the government to step in. If that decision had been made sooner and announced sooner and implemented sooner, then it might have changed my decision.
On high streets like Derby's, the signs of struggle. The government stepping in now with 6 months of energy bill support for businesses.
What we needed now, immediately, quickly, was something simple that would give people confidence through the winter. What we will have is a review in 3 months' time, which will allow us to see that we are giving support in the right places and that we can ensure that continued support, if that's necessary, is directed at where it needs to go.
At David Nieper Clothing in Derby, they've already cut their bills in half, with a roof full of solar panels and with heat pumps replacing boilers. Today, more than 100 business leaders wrote to the PM, urging her not to sideline green energy targets in this crisis. Much focus here on strategy.
But this is a really big intervention by the government, and it's welcome to do something in the short term. But honestly, it's a bad idea to use taxpayers' money to pay everybody's bills, because we can't go on forever. A better idea would be to incentivise companies to become more energy efficient and more self-sufficient.
So, government intervention for businesses, but the bill comes to us all in the end. The UK had, though, reached its moment of something's got to give.
The cost to the UK economy on doing nothing would have been much worse, because as we watched businesses around the country go under, 400,000 of them in 2020 with the COVID situation, we were hearing from our members that this is much worse.
Worse definitely for Dave's business, opening now for its last couple of weeks of trading. Peter Lane, 5 News, Derby.
OK, let's go to Catherine Jones, who's in Westminster for us tonight. And Catherine, another big announcement when it comes to energy bills. What's the response been like to this new package?
Well, let's kick off with the response from the political parties here at Westminster. And as you might imagine, the opposition parties have been pretty unimpressed. The Liberal Democrats saying that the government has sat on its hand while businesses have already gone to the wall. And Labour also angry that the government has refused to take up their idea of using a windfall tax on energy producers to fund this.
First of all, who's going to pay for this? Because we would raise part of the freeze that we propose through a windfall tax, and that's taxing, of course, the profits that have come from that Russian aggression in Ukraine. So that's a legitimate source of support. And is there going to be a plan to fundamentally reduce this country's exposure to fossil fuels and the volatility of natural gas?
Now, among the major business groups, there has, of course, been a much more positive reaction. So from the Confederation of British Industry, for example, they say this package will ease worries, especially for smaller companies. However, they do want to know more about the end of the scheme in 6 months' time. And that is also the concern of Make UK, who represent manufacturers. They are quite reassured, though, that in 3 months' time there will be a review of whether the whole scheme will end in 6 months or not. Finally, those who represent the hospitality sector in particular, they say the discounts will be a huge help, but they still need more support. Specifically, they are calling for a cut in VAT and help with business rates. So that's something to watch out for when we get that mini budget on Friday.
OK, Catherine, for now, from Westminster, thank you.